Welcome to the Lone Cowboy Hour. This is Michael Martin Murphey. Welcome to the show that gets its inspiration from the American Bill of Rights. That's a document that tells you about what your individual rights are, and that you should live your life as a strong individual, strong inner core. Learn who you are and stand on that. It doesn't mean that you should be alone all the time, but it does mean that if you have to be alone, or you need to be alone for a little while to figure out who you are, it's all right. I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown, thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, I'm keeping the sun at my back. Big horse, trailer, and truck, I can make my own luck. I ride through the sand and the sage. It gives me a rush to be busting the brush and acting about half my age. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. I've owned some good ponies, blacks, bays, and blue ronies, bays, palominos, and paints. I got good songs and bad ones, up songs and sad ones, songs about sinners and saints. I'm still riding like a wildfire to find the next campfire. Memories turn embers to coals. But at daylight I'm crying to live forever or die trying. I'll never get old in my soul. Lone cowboy, I'm doing my best. Lone cowboy, I go everywhere west. Lone cowboy, with my old campfire songs. Lone cowboy, giddy up, get along. Lone cowboy, lone cowboy, lone cowboy. In 1983, I put out an album called The Heart Never Lies. It came on the heels of one of my most successful albums ever, Michael Martin Murphey, produced by Jim Ed Norman for Liberty Records, and it also was on Liberty Records. There were a lot of songs that did well on that first album. What's Forever For was #1 in a number of categories, including country and pop and adult contemporary. So it was a big act to follow. But I was really proud of the way this album came out. I liked it musically. It had a theme of listening to your heart, doing what your heart tells you to do, instead of just your mind or your logic. And that was an important part of the album before that, too. It's something I've always done, is sort of go with what I'm passionate about, if you know what I mean. It's also a theme of people trying a little bit harder to make life work for their family or their relationships. I was your hero, and fearless in your eyes. You were softer than the summer skies. Young lovers, we were so unwise. Time is a teacher. This time I've hurt you so. I left you crying, don't you let go. There's so much the years have left to show. Don't count the rainy days. They blow hard and then they're gone. Don't throw our love away, away, away. In the dark before the dawn, you got to hold on to all the dreams we made. Remember those beautiful nights. Don't count the rainy days. Don't count the rainy days. You know I'm a dreamer. I get lost inside a world of my own. Hey, sometimes I'm made of stone, but I never meant to leave you alone. So I wanna tell you, I know at times I didn't try. When you needed me, I run and hide. Oh, but now I'm standing by your side. So don't count the rainy days. They blow hard and then they're gone. Don't throw my love away, away, away. In the dark before the dawn, you got to hold on to all the dreams we made. Remember those beautiful nights. Don't count the rainy days. Don't count the rainy days. They blow hard and then they're gone. Don't throw my love away, away, away. In the dark before the dawn, you got to hold on to all the dreams we made. Remember those beautiful nights. Don't count the rainy days. Don't count the rainy days. No, no, no. Don't count the rainy days. The Heart Never Lies album was kind of a confessional type album. It was about admitting your mistakes. It was about the questions that you ask about love and life. And I decided to do this song because it asks a really important question. In the middle of passion, in the morning, is it going to be the same? Is it really going to be love? Or is it going to be some kind of imitation thing? Now, when I went to a concert at a Church of Christ college in Oklahoma City one year, they questioned whether I should do this song because it sort of brought up some things they didn't feel real comfortable talking about in that kind of a religious setting. But finally, the dean came to me and he said, you know, I think everybody has asked that question, and so let that song be an object lesson and let it put out the question, will it be love by morning? Because what's important is that it is love by morning. Like lightning on a summer night, you strike without a warning. If I don't have the strength to fight, will it be love by morning? the one you hope to find? Are we two fools performing? Tell me it's gonna be different this time. Will it be love by morning? What are we gonna call it then? Will it be love if I give in? Can it be more than just pretend? Will it be love by morning? If you hold me through the night, lay your heart before me. If it gets to feeling right, will it be love by morning? Hey, what are we gonna call it then? Will it be love if I give in? Can it be more than just pretend? Will it be love by morning? What are we gonna call it then? Will it be love if I give in? Can it be more than just pretend? Will it be love by morning? Will it be love by morning? Will it be love by morning? Well, by 1983, after What's Forever For became a #1 country hit, things just exploded in my career. I was living in New Mexico, but going back and forth to Nashville a lot. To be on the Grand Ole Opry, to be on Nashville Now with Ralph Emery, which was the first real big talk show about country music, and a lot of other shows, a lot of other interviews, a lot of other events. I went to awards events for the CMA, and I felt great because even though I lived in New Mexico and didn't want to live in Nashville or Los Angeles or any big music center, I was accepted at that time. And that was largely because of a guy named Ralph Emery, who was a good friend with Marty Robbins, and he knew how much Marty loved the great American Southwest. And when he passed away, I think he was looking for another friend who was a little bit of a cowboy, who came from the Southwest instead of the same kind of personalities that you run into in Nashville all the time. With all due respect to people that aren't from out west, sorry, it's not my fault. Anyway, this is a song about being on the Grand Ole Opry and the wonder of thinking back to Texas when my grandfather used to turn that old radio on that was driven by a wind generator and batteries. I guess he probably got it back in the 30s or something. And we would all sit around and listen to the radio, not watch TV. He was convinced that watching music on TV just wasn't the same as sitting there listening to it around the fireplace in the dark, or turn it up a little bit louder and listen to it out on the front porch on a summer night. I still think that's probably true. Try it sometime. This is called Radio Land. I remember country evenings when the sun was going down, sitting on the front porch, listening to the sounds. Mama did the dishes, Daddy rolled a smoke from a can of old Prince Albert, his hands as strong as oak. And the sounds of the Grand Ole Opry came out of Ryman Hall. Roeka played the fiddle, sang Wabash Cannonball. Hank Williams whispered, I saw the light. And people everywhere sat listening in the night. Out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land, we all closed our eyes, listen to the band out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land. We all dreamed of Radio Land. Then Wolfman Jack came howling from across the Rio Grande, laying down the sounds that all the kids could understand. Mama and Daddy was sleeping, but the kids was wide awake, listening to Bill Haley rattle, roll, and shake. And old Jerry Lee banged on the keys and screamed, "Great balls of fire!" Elvis crooned out, "Don't be cruel," and the girls swooned with desire. Out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land. We all closed our eyes, listened to the band. Out in Radio Land, Radio Land. We all dreamed of Radio Land. I remember summer evenings, late night rock and roll, miles and miles of highway with just my radio. I remember the night when it felt so right, a lover's moon above, and the songs that they were playing the night we fell in love. Out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land. We all closed our eyes and listened to the band. Out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land. We all lived in Radio Land. Way out in Radio Land, way out in Radio Land. We closed our eyes, listened to the band. Out in Radio Land, out in Radio Land. We all lived in Radio Land. After I put out the Heart Never Lies album, I had one leftover song that somehow didn't make it on that album, but I think it was pertinent to the theme of that album, about admitting your mistakes and coming forth of what you're really feeling, and not being afraid to stand alone in what you believe. And this is very much about something that was going on at that time. And you know, I'm sorry to say it's still going on, that a lot of kids are runaways. I got involved with a national campaign to try to help Greyhound and some of the other bus companies and transportation companies, even airlines, to fly home kids that had decided that they didn't want to be on the streets anymore. And it was a big national effort to try to find runaways and help them get back home or get back in a safe place. We made a great video about this song, and it is available on YouTube. And if you go to Just What She Wants by Michael Martin Murphey, you'll see the video that we made back then about this family that realizes it needs to be back together again, and about how much this little girl wants everybody to just love each other again. I think that's a theme that'll never go away. This is called What She Wants. She hasn't had time to learn about this world. It takes each day the way it comes. She can get sad, but she's just a little girl. She doesn't ask much from anyone. What she wants is you and me, love at home like it used to be. What she wants is what we were, the way we loved when we had her. She's only a child, but all the tears are real. She may wish they didn't show. She hasn't got words to tell us how she feels. Tries so hard to let us know that what she wants is you and me, love at home like it used to be. What she wants is what we were, the way we loved when we had her. You may think it's not enough that she wants us back in love. I won't beg and I won't plead, but what she wants is what I need. What she wants is you and me, love at home like it used to be. What she wants is the way we were, the way we loved when we had her. The way we loved when we had her. Well, tonight has been about the Heart Never Lies album, and it's been about my greatest hits album I put together right after that had one stray song called What She Wants in it. That was not a hit, but it was destined to become a hit. So those two albums kind of go together in my life. All the songs on those albums were about the heart never lies, about getting off into territory that maybe is unknown territory, but knowing that you have to go there in your life and in love. I've been asked to be the spokesperson for the 200th anniversary of the Santa Fe Trail. I'm about to play a show, as this show is being recorded in Council Grove, Kansas, and that's coming up on this weekend, or the weekend of which I taped the show originally. So if you're watching a year from now, hope it's still current, because I hope we go back and do another one in Council Grove. So this is the great old Santa Fe Trail song. It's about an adventure, and as you go on that adventure, finding the right girl. Hey, part of you sighted a schooner alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. It'll be there Monday or sooner, a water keg tied to the tail. Daddy and Mom on the mule seat, somewhere along by the swale, there's a tow-headed girl on a pinto, down by the Santa Fe Trail. Yo, alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. I seen her ride down the arroyo, down by the Arkansas sand. Smile with an acre of sunflowers, a little brown quirt in her hand. She mounted her pony so airy, and she rode like she carried the mail. And her eyes near set fire to the prairie, alongside the Santa Fe Trail. Alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. I know some gals on the border that'll ride to El Paso to sight, and I'm a member of a high-flying order, and I sometimes kiss some gals goodnight. But Lord, they're all fluffles and beaten, afternoon tea by the pail, compared to the kind of stampeding she gave me on the Santa Fe Trail. Yo ho, ho, alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. Yo hoo, alongside Santa Fe Trail. Hey, part of you sighted a schooner alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. It'd be there Monday or sooner, with a water keg tied to the tail. Daddy and Mom, the mule seat, and somewhere along by the swale, there's a tow-headed girl on a pinto. She had a smile like an acre of sunflowers, and her eyes near lit fire to the prairie, down by the Santa Fe Trail. Alongside the Santa Fe Trail. Alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. Hey partners, look for me on some concerts along the Santa Fe Trail in the fall of 2021 and in the year of 2022, commemorating when William Becknell first got to Santa Fe. Left in September 1821, got there in December, about December 15th, no, was it November 15th it was. Stayed a little while, and then he went back, all the way back to Franklin, Missouri. Got there in into January 1822. And you know, I hope he found that girl, that tow-headed girl on a pinto, alongside of the Santa Fe Trail. Well, thank you for watching the Lone Cowboy Hour. A little bit about what comes from the heart, a little bit about what you need to hold on to your inner core, about how you really feel about love and life, and thinking it all through. Also, I appreciate being able to play the Santa Fe Trail song for you, as I just did. And that's a little bit about my love of Western heritage, Western history, and the Western way of life. To support my nonprofit foundation, which is a really good cause, we've helped a lot of people who help the Western heritage, libraries, museums, all kinds of organizations that help young men become cowboys, ministries, rebuilding old cabins out in the West in parks like the one where the Home on the Range was built, providing horses for Native American kids so they can get a job as cowboys and have a way of life, and possibly have a little more positive view on life. All these things you can help by supporting Murphey Western Institute, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Tonight, to support that, I'm offering this beautiful black guitar. It's got all the words to Wildfire written on it, and I will personalize it for you. Just write in on Facebook or comments on YouTube. Tell us that you have purchased the guitar and what you want written on the guitar, and we'll sure take care of it. We'll personalize it for you or put it for somebody you want to give it to as a present. Thanks for supporting Murphey Western Institute. That is the sponsor that makes this show possible and makes all the things that I do in the world of the Western way possible. Here's the song that probably got it all off the ground originally, for sure. It's really a Western song, and hope you keep on loving and living like wildfire. This is the Lone Cowboy Hour. Good night. She comes down from Yellow Mountain on a dark flat land. She rides on a pony she named Wildfire. A whirlwind by your side on a cold Nebraska night. They say she died one winter when there came a killing frost, and the pony she named Wildfire busted down and stalled in a blizzard. He was lost. She ran calling wildfire, calling wildfire, calling wildfire. So by the dark of the moon I planted, but there came an early snow. Then a hoot owl howling outside my window now. 6 nights in a row she's coming for me. And on Wildfire we're both gonna go. We'll be riding wildfire, riding wildfire, riding wildfire. Gonna ride, gonna leave side busted behind. Get the hard times right on out of our minds. We'll be riding wildfire. I'm on a rundown, I'm out running sundown. I'm thinking I'm on the right track. I'm writing a song as I'm riding along, keeping the sun at my back. Big horse trailer and truck, I can make my own luck as I ride through the sand and the sage. As it gives me a rush to be busting the brush, acting about half my age. Lone cowboy